energy.
It's your boy Caleb, man.
More energy.
I'm back on this shit, man. Y'all go add me on Snap, man. K1.
Alright, we back, man. What's good with y'all, man? Today we got top 10 animal facts to make you smarter or sound smarter. Let's get right to it. Damn. I ain't hear that. Let's get right into it.
Quick, say something smart. Welcome to WatchMojo.com, and today we're counting down our picks for the top 10 animal facts to make you sound smarter. Before we begin, we publish new content every day, so be sure to subscribe to our channel and ring the bell to get notified about our latest videos. For this list, we're looking at recitable facts to break out at cocktail parties and other emergency situations when you need to impress people with your encyclopedic knowledge of all things Animalia. The more exceptional and outlandish, the better. So put on your best David Attenborough voice and let's get to the facts. Number 10, the deadliest animal is actually the mosquito. Forget lions and tigers and bears, and even that toothed torpedo, the great white shark. For humans at least, the mosquito is the world's deadliest animal. These small, bothersome miscreants are actually mini murder machines, killing around 725,000 people every year. It's not because their bites are immediately deadly, of course, but because of the transmission of deadly diseases like malaria, dengue fever, encephalitis, and yellow fever. The next deadliest animal to humans is, of course, humans, who kill approximately 475,000 people annually. Compare these numbers to shark fatalities, which average around 10 a year. Number 9. Tardigrades can survive in space. Tardigrades, also known as water bears, are the adorable 8-legged survivors of the microscopic world. These teeny tactopods may look plump and cumbersome, but they're so hardy they're practically indestructible. In sub-zero temperatures, they can dehydrate to just 3% water and wait out the cold for up to 5 years. They can survive with no access to food or water for 30 years, and even survive the solar radiation and vacuum of space. A fact that some astrobiologists have evoked to support the plausibility of panspermia, the hypothesis that life arrived on Earth from other planets. Number 8. The Portuguese man-o-war is Legion. It's the Voltron of the marine world. Or the Megazord, if that's more your thing. The Portuguese man-o-war, also known as the Floating Terror, resembles a jellyfish, but it's actually something called a siphonophore, a colonial organism made up of smaller, specialized animals who together form the mighty gelatinous marvel you see before you. Called zooids, these smaller organisms live out their lives attached to their neighbors. Unlike Voltron's robot lions, they're unable to survive apart. While some form the nifty sail and air-filled bladder that allow it to wander with the wind and currents, others form venomous tentacles, used to paralyze and kill unwary fish. Number 7. Some turtles breathe through their butts. This cute little turtle has a secret. It can breathe through its butthole. Or more accurately, its cloaca, the multifunctional orifice used for urinary, digestive, and reproductive functions in amphibians, reptiles, and birds. By collecting oxygen from water sucked in through its derriere, the Australian Fitzroy river turtle can accomplish 70% of its oxygen uptake. A few other species have also mastered the technique. The North American eastern painted turtle uses the same trick to survive hibernation in winter at the muddy bottom of creeks and ponds. And turtles aren't the only bum breathers. Sea cucumbers and dragonfly nymphs can do it too. Number 6. The platypus has some weird anatomy. The platypus is so bizarre, scientists first thought it was a hoax, a furry Frankenstein put together by some mad taxidermist. As it turns out, the platypus is even stranger than it looks. Not only is it one of the only mammals besides the echidna that lays eggs, the males are venomous, thanks to ankle spurs on their back feet. It's been speculated that they're used to fight off rival males during mating season, but can also inflict painful injuries on unwary humans. While not lethal, the pain is reportedly excruciating. Oh, and if that isn't all weird enough, the platypus's bill can sense electric fields. Number 5. Corals do it long distance. Long distance relationships are tough. This is especially true for corals. Corals are actually colonies of tiny, genetically identical animals called polyps, which reproduce both asexually and sexually. But finding a date is hard when you're anchored to the ocean floor. So corals often spawn on the same night, releasing innumerable eggs and sperm into the water. These gametes fuse to form larvae called planulae, and most become quick snacks for hungry fish. But a few of the kids make it, settling down in a new location and becoming their own self-sufficient colonies. Number 4. Migrating birds might see Earth's magnetic field using quantum entanglement.
I was just thinking about different facts, and I think it said, I don't know if I'm right, but I think it said like males be mating with each other or something about that, like something like that, bro. That's why I was daydreaming, like I couldn't.
Bird migration has long puzzled biologists. Birds use Earth's magnetic field to navigate thousands of miles between wintering and breeding grounds, but scientists aren't quite sure how. The magnetoreception of European robins is so sensitive. Researchers have argued that their internal compasses must rely on minute effects at the quantum scale. For now, it's just a theory, but biophysicists have proposed that the effects of the magnetic field on entangled electrons cause a biochemical reaction in avian eyes that allows birds to actually see Earth's magnetic field, giving them a sort of heads-up display that guides them around the world. Number 3. Animal blood isn't always red. We associate blood with the color red. We have blood moons and blood oranges. And it's true that blood is red in many animals, thanks to the iron-rich hemoglobin in red blood cells, though that's only when it's exposed to oxygen. But in some animals, other proteins are responsible for carrying oxygen around the body. Octopus blood, which relies on a copper-containing protein called hemocyanin, is actually blue. And the plasma that serves as insect blood is a yellowish-green color. The green-blooded skink of New Guinea, on the other hand, has, yep, you guessed it, green blood, thanks to toxic bile pigment that may protect it from parasites. Number 2. Zombie ants exist. While zombie takeovers make for good horror movies, they are purely fictional, right? In the insect world, that isn't necessarily true. A species of cordyceps fungi reproduces by infecting ants and taking control of their bodies. After driving infected hosts to climb up plant stems, it explodes out of their heads, showering spores onto ants below. And these aren't the only zombie insects. Laid inside the abdomen of hapless spiders, the larvae of a certain Costa Rican wasp secrete a hormone that forces their host to spin a web perfect for building their cocoons, once they suck its body dry. Maybe keep that zombie survival plan in your back pocket just in case. Before we unveil our number 1 pick, here are some honorable mentions.
I've never felt like a company cares about me like this company does.
Wow.
Number 1. There are immortal jellyfish. Who wants to live forever? Turritopsis dohrnii, the immortal jellyfish, is one of several types of animals who's figured out how. It's essentially a real-life Benjamin Button, able to age backwards and become young again once they reach maturity. They start life as free-swimming larvae, then bed down on the ocean floor as polyps that bud tiny medusae. But when injured, they can also reverse this process, all the way back to being a polyp, and repeat it indefinitely, making them biologically immortal. Some scientists think this nifty trick has enormous potential for regenerative medicine, but don't hold your breath waiting to see a real-life fountain of youth anytime soon.
Do you agree with our picks? Check out these other great clips from Watch Mojo and subscribe for...
Alright, man, that's gonna do it for the video, man. Appreciate y'all for tuning in. Like, comment, subscribe, let me know what I should watch next. Till next time, I'm out. Peace.